few weeks ago, I approached Ha'ogen, a landmark pub at the entrance to Haifa port. It was a late Friday afternoon in August. The sun was high, it was hot, and the shaded tables in front were filled with elderly men and a few women. I walked over to the couple I had come to see, my father's childhood friend Igal and his wife Nili. They lived in Tel Aviv and traveled north to see old seafaring friends. After hugs, kisses, a cold drink, and small talk, Igal said to me, "Come inside. I want some people to meet you." We went inside the dim, cool pub. More elderly men were seated around a long table loaded with bottles of whiskey, arak, beer, pickled olives and vegetables, fried fish, hummus, and pita. The men were drinking and eating hungrily. Igal put his arm around me. "Chevre, this is Baruch's daughter." They looked up from their plates and glasses. It didn't matter that I was decades their junior, their old friend's daughter. They checked me out as seafaring men check out a woman on land. I smiled at them, a little uncomfortable, but mostly not. At this moment, I missed my father. He died 17 years ago. "Miryam," Igal turned to me, "this is the captain's table." My father left Israel because of the sea. Not that the sea itself did him any harm. No, it was always good to him, including showing him the world when this land broke his heart. It is not an exaggeration to trace my parents' emigration to the United States through my father's relationship to the sea. From a boyhood in the Zvulun Scouts to adolescence in the Palyam, from young adulthood in the Irgun, which then merged into the Israeli Navy, and finally to 3 years as a merchant marine, all these sea-related chapters in my father's life also reflect critical junctures in Israel's early history. Some were moving chapters. The Sea Scouts explored the ancient coastline. My father often spoke of Beirut's beauty. Palyam members defied the British blockade, carrying European refugees on their backs from outlying ships. And the merchant marines, on the first commercial vessels to fly Israeli flags in 2,000 years, well, they witnessed the joyful weeping of Jewish crowds that filled the ports of Baltimore, of Liverpool, and other cities around the world. Some chapters were more controversial, painful even. My father was among the Irgun fighting forces on the Kfar Vitkin beach that unloaded arms from the Altalena. Because of this, his commanding officer in the Israeli Navy told him that he would never rise above his rank of first sailor. The heartbreak that had begun when the Altalena was fired upon and then sunk by the Haganah was now compounded by the national blacklist against the political right. Was this the point in his life when other horizons began to beckon?